Hello and welcome back to the Gaming 5. I wanted to start off by telling you something that doesn't affect the review score but is equally important to know. Halo players are f***ing hardcore. No, seriously, I'm Diamond Rank and Slayer, and these bitches be serious, man! So fair warning, if you wanted to get into Halo multiplayer, either be prepared to get your ass handed to you, get good, or curl up and cry yourself to sleep at night. Oh, and Samus got a new power suit. Halo 5 is the latest entry in one of the most successful, exclusive first-person shooters of all time, but only the second main entry developed by 343 Industries. There are Halo fans and there are Bungie fans complaining about what Halo has evolved into. Is this latest iteration proving 343 Industries has what it takes to overcome the human nature to resist change? Again, if I have to explain how a first-person shooter works to you, you're probably going to die the moment you get hit by any form of sunlight. What's important, and all I really need to tell you, is if it feels and plays great. The answer is an astounding and absolute yes. This is one of the most polished and visceral shooters I've ever played, feeling responsive and unrelentingly engaging. I dare say this is Nintendo quality polish, as I immediately melted into the Spartan armor and felt myself engaging threats with utmost veracity. But be warned, threats are exactly that, threats. As powerful as you feel, as responsive as the controls are, be prepared to take a beating if you expect everything to go down in just a few shots. This also carries into what you probably care about more, multiplayer. In the simplest of words, everyone is a bullet sponge. In even simpler words, pick your fights. If you play multiplayer like you play Call of Duty, it won't end well for you. The good news? This means that multiplayer is heavily based on skill and teamwork. It's balanced in a way that favors those that recognize that they can't do it alone, because every lone wolf I've seen come rushing or rush forth dies. In order to counter that, you can hop in vehicles, but that makes you stand out as a high-profile target. And at the end of the day, I can sum up gameplay in just 2 words: stick together. The campaign managed to clock in at around 7 hours, and I even found myself returning to it with a friend in online co-op. While that's not an epic campaign length, it's also pretty standard for a first-person shooter, so I can't leverage an unfair statement about that against other games of its type. Furthermore, and obviously where your hours will vanish into thin air, is multiplayer. Given what I said in the intro to this review, where should you start? Warzone. Warzone is the latest in big battles in the Halo series, and it is fantastic for a number of reasons. The primary reason is that it's different. Did you want a new experience because you're tired of other first-person shooters? Warzone is that new experience waiting for you. And while most of you don't read the back of the box, monthly content and new maps are supposed to be coming. While I'm not sure if it's free or paid DLC, know that between Warzone and Arena, I never felt like the game lacked maps, only that more would be nice. At the end of the day, content was neither a hit nor a miss. It didn't feel empty, but it didn't wow me either. Yeah, you're a modern-day gamer, so you care about graphics. I'm happy to report to you that their focus on 60 frames per second is nailed with, once again, Nintendo-like polish. This may not seem like a feat on its own, but when you recognize how much can actually happen either in the campaign or Warzone on screen, the unwavering fluidity is impressive. Unfortunately, this comes with it a small price to pay, a particularly obvious visual drawback. Mind you, the game is beautiful, and what I mean by cutback isn't texture work or graphical effects. It's draw distance. Yes, I know you're seeing that. It's odd to see a not-so-good transition, as many other games have nearly mastered asset and level of detail transitions to minimize visual impact. Moving into the story, something many Halo fans care about, lies just one more flaw. It's delivered inefficiently. The story is there, and it's got quite a twist waiting for you, but it's often developed during gameplay through squad chatter, and if you're not paying attention, you might just miss some important bits. It's odd, considering Halo 4 delivered its story so well.
I am 031 Exuberant Witness, monitor of the Genesis installation. Welcome.
All things considered, Halo 5 is a diamond. Its polished gameplay practically melts you into its insane shootouts, whether with AI or other human players. It maintains this with a rock-solid 60 frames per second, which helps prevent you from blinking. But this diamond has some flaws, and while a less than stellar draw distance and inefficient storytelling don't quite ruin the experience, they hold the latest Halo iteration back from the near perfection it almost had. I give Halo 5 Guardians a 9 out of 10. That's it for today. Subscribe for more gaming content delivered directly to your retinas. I'll see you next time on the Gaming 5.